Welcome, everybody. This is Crack the Code podcast. I'm your host, Denku. I got my homie Roman with me. We are here. We got new things. Today, obviously, it's not going to be today when this releases, but we will release this soon. But today dropped the T1000 trailer, which is technically the last character in the Combat Pack 2 for the Mortal Kombat Chaos Reigns expansion. What'd you think?
Oh man, I was definitely blown away. And I know I mentioned this to you too before, but the character of the T1000 with the liquid metal, the way it kind of worked out, it really reminded me of Glacius from Killer Instinct. Like I really kind of caught those vibes, and some of his mechanics and, how he could just kind of disappear, reappear on the screen, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But man, after I saw that new trailer today, I'm just like, there's one character in the Mortal Kombat universe that stood out to me right away, because I feel like a lot of these guest characters do kind of they're similar to Mortal Kombat characters that were already in the game,
Yeah.
like I said with Conan, it was kind of he reminded me of Kotal Khan. So it's kind of like the characters that maybe just didn't make the cut, were kind of used and reskinned in a way, but not really, because especially with the T1000 being liquid metal. But Cabal, I got Cabal right away, man, with the hooks. Like I saw that in a lot of those moves when he did the liquid metal, with the arms and stuff like that. I was like, that's a lot of stuff Cabal would do, a lot different than I thought, but hey, it breaks my heart, man, that, some of those characters that we can reference probably won't even end up being in the game, but Madame Bo, whoa, like she should have been a regular character.
And she probably will be in the next game.
Yeah, I hope so.
Based off whatever response they get from this, because let's be honest, I don't think cameos are coming back in the next game. I think there was too much of a dislike to the cameo system. I don't mind it, but I barely use it. They're just there. I might bring them in for something. The only thing I really use them for is just to watch their fatalities.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those, I feel like I'm pretty good at Mortal Kombat, but I don't play online. I'm not competitive with it. Like on the online shit, I'm not one of those people that's going to use a cameo to start stringing a fucking crazy combo. Like I just don't take time to practice to do that shit. But I know that the people have mastered it. They probably want to see it come back because maybe they think it's cool. But I think the regular Mortal Kombat player does not want to see it come back for whatever the next game is. Whether it's a Mortal Kombat game, or I know recently there's been talks between James Gunn and the studio about possibly creating a DC game, which that in mind makes you think Injustice 3 might be the next joint. But nobody knows. There hasn't been a real insight about it. Also, nobody knows if this is the last character we're getting. I mean, they're giving us Madame Bo for free when T1000 comes out, so we get her for free as a free update, which is super dope. I'm excited about that. I can't wait to see what type of clothing palette she has. I like how many skins and shit are in the game. Speaking of skins, I don't know if you saw, but today, so every Tuesday the shop updates, and I kind of pay attention to Kenny Bomb's page. Shout to him, very positive Mortal Kombat feedback and player, but he always updates and tells the public what the updates are in the shop, and then I kind of just watch his, so I don't even have to log on to look at it and shit. But today they put out the St. Patty's Day skins, which actually he wasn't even. He was like, "Man, did we get new skins? Were these in there last year?" And they were. I remember them
Hmm.
being in there, but for a very short amount of time. It's not really crazy. It's literally a scorpion and a Sub-Zero skin, but they're green and orange. Same
Oh,
packs.
okay. Uh,
So I mean it's cool, but it is what it is. But I am hoping this isn't the end. I would love for them to do a combat pack 3 and carry on and add some more cameos in. I mean, I think we're definitely getting Harumi still because I don't know if you're aware, but the voice actress who played Harumi in the story, um, she kind of leaked that she's gonna be a cameo.
uh,
But it could
well,
have got
yeah,
but it could have gotten canceled because nobody knows what the future holds. It could have gotten canceled, but nobody expected Madame Bo to be here. So that's why
yeah,
I'm saying, and Ed Boon's little strategic fucking Twitter posts or whatever the fuck he does, you never know what that guy's talking about. So like
yeah, yeah.
he could either be hinting that there's a lot more to come, maybe we'll get a whole nother story expansion, or this is gonna be it because of you know, the data miner or people, the behind the scenes insiders. There's those people that came forward and basically told us that we're done, but now
Hmm.
there's this other shit going on. So that could have just been a thing that they kind of told the insiders, like, hey, data miners always fucking find leaks in the game
Oh, yeah.
forever. So how about as insiders, you give them fake shit so so they can't fucking find what we're doing. And maybe
That makes
that's
sense.
and maybe that's what happened. I don't know. No one knows. But yeah, I love the T1000 trailer. I thought it was super dope. Um I love all the movie references. It's funny cuz if you're a younger person, you have no clue what any of those references mean. I saw somebody watch and react to the trailer today, and they were like, I don't know who John Connor is. And I'm like, well, you know, I don't know what to tell you. Like
Yeah, you're on
go
your own.
go back and watch the movie then, because
Yeah, I think that's part of it is these things can kind of spark that interest for the younger generation to check it out. I mean, we're pretty aware of it, but somebody had made a comment that T1000's fatality is three scenes from the movie in one. There's
wait,
three
which
scenes.
which one you talking about, the one that they showed in the trailer today?
Yep. Yeah, the newest trailer. So I
Does
didn't
he?
even catch all the references, but
Okay, so
I
I
mean,
remember the one. So the one is the when he morphs into the mother. He's talking on the phone to John Connor and hits the father in the face with the spike through the eye. That's directly from that part.
yeah, that was.
I remember that exact part, and they did the eye exactly what it looks. So it's like this, and then points,
Oh,
and then
okay, yeah, yeah,
through the eye,
yeah,
right through the eye, and it's the father of the adopted family of John. But the mother's already dead somewhere else because he already killed her, but he can take shape. So he took the
yeah,
shape of the stepmother, and then while he's talking to John and John thinks it's her, he kills the father with the shit through the eye. So what's the other part though? Cuz I
yeah. I'm
don't
not sure.
cuz I remember, so when the liquid metal bars come through and then it pulls the body apart. The only part I remember that happening in the movie is when he pulls open the elevator. So maybe he's pulling.
That's probably all three of them. You probably just named all three of them. I can guarantee you that's probably all of them. Wow. Yeah, because I only remember the scene through the eye. The other two I didn't recognize right away. But it's been quite a while since I've seen that movie.
So yeah,
And I
when the hook arms come out and he pulls the body apart, that's definitely from when he pulls the elevator open. And then you know what happens at that part. I'm a movie freak, man. So
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what happens at that part is that's when spin, spin shotgun, shoots him in the face,
Oh yeah,
body
that
body
that's the
explodes.
classic scene. Yep, yep.
Yes.
All
And
right.
that's what happens, and that's when he opens the elevator.
Okay.
But
Okay.
instead in the game, he's pulling the body apart.
All right.
And then I mean we saw the leak of the other fatality. I don't even know which one I like better. Did you saw the leak, right? For the other one?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, I only saw the one that they just showed. And I think
oh,
if they showed it in the first trailer, I usually won't watch the fatalities in the first reveal too. But I had to see it in this one because I knew we were going to talk about it. So I
mm.
wanted to make sure I seen, but I didn't see the leaked.
It's kind of like I don't even want to tell you now.
Might have to save that for a react. I don't know, man. No, that's cool. That's yeah, like I
It's
said, I mean,
so it's a movie reference
oh, okay.
what they do, but it's crazy. So I mean we're talking about it, whatever, man. I mean
Yeah, go ahead.
it's not like me talking about it is gonna make you see it. You know what I'm saying? Like you still have to go see it. Plus, it didn't show the entire fatality. They showed a portion of it, but you kind of get the gist of it. So basically, he's in that truck with the roof taken off the truck. He's driving in it. Fucking runs into the opponent's body on the truck, still driving. The guy's plastered against the truck like this. He fucking liquids out the window
Oh,
and pulls out a MP5 and just lights you up while you're in front of the truck while it's driving.
wow. Yeah, that's nuts.
It's insane. It kind of had uh, a bit extra. It had that extra vibe like what the Omni Man fatality in the subway had. I feel like that shit
Yeah,
was just that's so much extra going on.
yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah.
love I love that fatality, the subway fatality. Clearly it's from the show, but um and yeah, this is clearly from that. There's also I mean, there's tons of movie references. Like for people that really know it, there's so many movie references. But then there's random Mortal Kombat references also. Do you remember seeing the uh he liquid himself into Shao Kahn hammer? Did you see it?
Yep.
Yeah. So there's that. That was in there. Like you said, the comparison to Glacius. I'm not as familiar with Killer Instinct. I know we've had conversations about it. Um, I mean, I haven't played Killer Instinct since the arcade version. I haven't played any of the ones that came out aside from that. I do know Glacius is a legendary character. I just don't remember his move set like that. Um, but yeah, I love how the character looks. I know who is it, Robert Patrick?
Yep.
I don't remember what his voice sounds like, and he doesn't say anything in the movie. So the fact that he's got voice lines in this is kind of crazy to me. I mean, you have to because they have intros. What's he gonna do? Just stand there and mute and like do like face gestures? I mean, that would be weird. But then you wouldn't have to hire Robert Patrick to do it. But the thing about it is, you got Robert Patrick. I don't recognize his voice because I don't even know what he sounds like that because he don't talk in T2. And I don't even know if I've seen another movie with him in it besides that small, tiny, itty bitty part that he has in Die Hard 2, which is what I heard is the worst ranked Die Hard movie of all time, where they're going on to the baggage claim area and there's the gunfight scene and literally Robert Patrick gets shot and killed in like the first 5 seconds. That's the
Oh yeah,
only
I
other
remember that.
that's the only other movie I remember him being. I can't even think of another movie off top that I've seen that he's been in as a star. So I don't even know.
He didn't have any speaking lines in the movie. I thought he
He,
did.
well, he spoke as a morphed. I mean, when did he talk in the movie, bro?
I don't know. I feel like I remember him.
He spoke when he transformed into other people.
Yeah, I know that.
I don't remember him speaking as his own voice. I mean, there could be. I could be completely wrong. There might be scenes, and someone might call it out when they watch this, but I personally don't remember.
Yeah, I think the last time I saw that movie was in the theater when it came out. Maybe once after that, maybe once or twice after, the release, but I do remember seeing it in the theater. Did you know that that truck that he's in, and I'm assuming that's the same truck if it's the one from the movie T2, when they're in that little alleyway and he's chasing him with that truck.
Yeah, that's the same
That's a
one that's in the fatality.
Yeah, that's the truck that's in the first Terminator, right in the opening scene. It's a
Really?
toy truck. Yeah, it's a toy truck. It's the exact same. It's a Ertl. It's a Ertl blue truck.
No
And
way.
yeah, when the tire when Arnold smashes it when he comes to the house in the beginning, that's the truck in the second one.
Crazy. I never knew that. I never
Yeah,
even
it's
noticed
not.
that or knew that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I just found that out just recently myself because I saw the truck and I'm like, man, what? It always like stuck me. I'm like, that truck looks so familiar. Where did I see that truck before in this series? And then I watched the first one again, and there it was right in the beginning. I was like, oh, that's cool. Crazy reference.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm excited, man. I'm looking forward to it. I think there's only six or 7 days left in the season of Natara, the Blood Moon, or whatever it's called.
Oh, okay.
There's only 6 or 7 days left of that. So if you have not gone out and finished your invasion season, if you fuck with it like I fuck with it, I always go through them and get all the skins and all that shit because I'm a fucking nerd and collector like that with the game. So, um, I know you don't do it like as much, but did you know? Did I tell there's specialty skins in this season of invasions?
No, I didn't.
So they put out 2 cameo skins that you can only get in the invasions. They put out the Mortal Kombat 11 Cyrax and Sector skins.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's really cool.
And
Um,
if you find them in invasions, then you have them for your Cyrax and Sector cameo fighters.
yeah, that's dope.
There's there's also an exclusive Ermac skin. I can't remember what it's called, but it's in there as well. And there's also an exclusive Scorpion skin where he has the scar,
Oh, that's cool.
the Sub Zero scar, the brother. But yeah, so there's those 4 exclusive skins in there that you can find. Also, there's a bunch of other skins, more palettes, but those are the actually exclusive skins that they're their own skins. Are completely different from anything else. They're actual skin changes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
As opposed to just a palette change, because most of it's just palette changes and shit like that, like colors. But
Hmm.
yeah, so these are actual skins, and the Cyrax and Sector skins look amazing from the Mortal Kombat 11, because they were never playable in that game, and I thought they looked real robotic and real crazy in there, and then like in here they just, since the graphics are so amazing in the MK1 game, which is still why I can't understand why there's so many haters of the game. I
Yeah.
like the game looks amazing. How can you not enjoy it? Is what I don't like. People are, oh, the gameplay. Oh. I'm not
Oh,
gonna,
yeah. I know.
you know. But I don't get it. I mean, if you're a Mortal Kombat fan, I don't understand how you don't love the game. But there's gonna be those people.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
what else you been playing, man? Yeah, trailer super dope, but I can't wait for it. What else you been playing?
Well, I just finished the Ninja Gaiden 2 remaster or whatever they just dropped. So
Mm.
it took me a while to grind and get all my weapons back and that and
So
get
you
the
played the whole game. How long did it take you?
um I don't know, I think it was probably about maybe 8 hours. And it
Are the
wasn't.
are the boss fights crazy in it?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, they're some of the toughest ones for sure. But that one for some reason is the easiest out of the three that came out. That one for some reason is the easiest one. I still have a hard time completing the first one. I did back in the day. I didn't finish the third one yet either. But the second one, I was pissed when I got this new one, and I was like, "Oh, I have all these weapons. I have everything fully upgraded. I have all the outfits, and now I got to start over." But yeah, I got them back. I did want to ask you too. Did you end up checking out Watchdog Legions or no?
Yeah, so I played it a little bit. I haven't gotten that in depth with it, but the last one I played was Watchdog 1, and then
One. Okay.
there was 2, and then Legions came after 2, right? Is that how it went?
Yep.
And Legions
Yeah, Legions is the
is
third one.
and it takes place in the UK or London.
Yeah.
I mean it's cool. I like it. I like that it's the cyber hacking version of Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Speaking of Grand Theft Auto, we got a date or
What?
not or I heard they released a date for the next trailer.
Oh, as I say for the game? Oh,
They did it says quarter 3 or 4 of 2025. So this year it is dropping. But I thought there was a date very soon for the next trailer. Um, from what I was seeing, it could have been false information, but um, I can't wait for that game.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's definitely gonna be a good one.
But I've been playing the new WWE 2k25 just came out. Actually, it's not even actually out. It doesn't actually drop until the 14th, but since I pre-ordered it,
Oh, okay.
you get 7 days early access. So I've been playing
Seven
that.
days?
Yeah.
Wow. I thought the max was like 3 days. I didn't know they did a 7 day window.
Yeah,
Wow.
so I've been playing. Super dope. I don't know what your familiarity is with any of the WWE 2K games, but they look amazing. They're very in depth, very amazing games. All the I mean, one of my favorite things about it is the wrestler entrances are so on point, like down to where it looks like their real entrance. Like they get them so down to the T that it's like exactly what they're doing.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's important. That's important for the experience too.
yeah, and um I played a little bit. I dabbled in a little bit of everything so far. So I've played a little bit of the showcase, which focuses completely on the family and bloodline of Roman Reigns. So it's like that whole family, like the old. Did you watch wrestling back in the day?
Yeah,
You remember the tag team head shrinkers?
yeah.
So there's a match, a showcase match of them in the game. And when you beat the showcase, you have to do a certain amount of challenges. And then when you beat the showcase and the challenges, you unlock that character and then like the other character you're fighting in different skins of them and the arena that they're fighting in and all that shit. So like I only beat one of them. The one I beat was the Yokozuna Hulk Hogan one.
Oh, cool.
And
Yeah.
then you unlock Yokozuna and you unlock that old costume and version of Hulk Hogan from that match, along with the arena that they fought in. I can't remember what that arena was, but you unlock that, and then you unlock the belt that was involved in that match.
Was that the one that was outdoor?
The head shrinkers match was outdoor.
Yeah. Okay. I thought the Yokozuna one and the Hogan was too, but
So
maybe not.
The Yokozuna fight that was outdoor, where he won his first championship, was against Bret the Hitman Hart. That was outside. And then the next match that he had afterwards was against Hogan.
Oh, okay.
And his match against Hogan, which I'm not, I don't really care about Hulk Hogan, but especially with like what he's been doing lately. But uh,
Yeah.
that Yokozuna match pretty much put Hulk Hogan out of the WWE. He didn't even make an appearance back in the WWE for 9 years after he lost that match.
Did he body slam him? Maybe that's what kept him out.
Uh, oh no, so he did the I can't remember the name of the move, but he sat on him because Yokozuna does that move where he climbs up the top rope and then he jumps off and he fucking sits on you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but the WWE game's tight. The thing that I don't really care about is they tried this new mode out. It's called the Island, and it's very similar to the city in NBA 2K, to where you walk around, play pickup games, and you can go into different stores and buy items if you pay money. It's kind of the same concept, except you
Hmm.
got quests that you can do. I don't know how long it takes to build up the money. You create your own character. You go in there. You fight random people. I just haven't gotten that involved in it to where I think it's something I would nonstop play. I've been playing the faction, which is like Madden Ultimate Team, except for wrestling.
Oh, okay.
Um, and then the universe mode, where basically you create your own universe. So what I did for that was I bring in all the legendary superstars. I add them all onto rosters. I go into the community creation. I download a bunch of characters that are not in the game because the people that do the creations in the community creator do that shit so on fucking point that it looks just like these motherfuckers.
Yeah, I could imagine.
So like I got the tag team Demolition. I downloaded them, they're in there.
Oh,
Um
okay.
and then I downloaded an entire arena and logos for Evolve because WWE brought back Evolve, which is the tier that's under NXT now. So there's Evolve, which is the brand new people starting out in wrestling, trying to make a name for themselves. Then there's NXT, which is underneath the main two promotions, and then there's Raw and SmackDown. So there's four tiers of wrestling that WWE works with now. Um and yeah, it's a beautiful game. I don't think there's any wrestling game that will fuck with it. I know AEW tried to make a run, but the AEW game compared to this is whack.
Yeah.
It's not anywhere touching it. I actually bought the game because I was excited about a different wrestling game. Plus, it was the old creators that left the 2K WWE franchise that went over Ukes, or what a Ukes, I think it's called Ukes.
Oh,
So those
there.
old
Oh, okay.
so those old creators went over to create the AEW game. Complete failure. It was
Hmm.
not good. The wrestlers didn't look great. The gameplay, I'm bored in 5 minutes. I don't even want to pick it up no more. I literally bought the game and it just sits um in my fucking library of games you might want to download. No, I don't. I don't want to download it. I don't want to play it anymore. It's not coming back. It's just sitting there as an archived game where maybe if my system crashes and I lose every game in the fucking archive except AEW, then maybe I might bring it out one more time. But until that
Oh, yeah.
happens, there's no chance.
All right. Yeah, I haven't played that one, and I don't. I never plan to after your review of it.
You don't got to play it. You don't got to play it. We briefly talked today in passing. No, it wasn't today. It was the other day. We briefly talked in passing. I had mentioned how they're gonna throw the Tony Hawk 3 and 4 on the Game Pass, and you had mentioned that you had already got the part 1 and 2 uh remaster. So 3 and 4 remaster are going to be on the Game Pass for free. Are those games dope? I haven't touched them.
Oh yeah, and especially on Game Pass, you definitely can't go wrong with that. But yeah, one and two, man, those I really love the first one. That definitely was something I played a lot back in the day, and it was cool to see it because it's almost like I said, it's like a new experience. It's almost like they're like new Tony Hawk games. I mean, the graphics are easily just as good as anything, out there right now. And you would think, oh, well, it's just kind of like the old physics. I don't know how they did it, man, but it's a whole refreshing new experience. It
Hmm.
doesn't even remind me. It does remind me of the old ones, but it's like you're not thinking about the old games when you're playing the new one. So three and
Yeah.
four definitely are going to be, uh, yeah, just huge because I know that they did so much more stuff with those two, added a lot more stuff. But
Yeah,
and graphically, oh
I might have to dabble back in and fuck with those when they come on the Game Pass for free. So everybody out there that has Game Pass, keep a lookout for that. That's coming
oh
very
yeah,
soon, actually. So that should be cool. I had mentioned how I wish they would reboot the Skate series to you. Uh, yeah, I just wish that was a thing, man. I like Tony Hawk was cool. It was cool. Like it got to me. Tony Hawk got a little. I mean, it was fun, but it got to that point where it was unrealistic. So like doing grinds off telephone wires to keep a grind string off telephone wires onto some other ain't nobody in no one can ever do that. So as cool as it is as like an arcade game to play, that's cool. But I like realism in shit, which is probably why I'm a super huge fan of the Grand Theft Auto series because that's like the world real as fuck, like what it is.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like what happens in the gangster world. Like that's the real shit that goes on. So I want Skate to be rebooted because to me that's more realistic skateboarding.
yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like the difference too with certain snowboarding games. I remember SSX, I think, was the one that was real popular, like 360 and stuff like that. But it was like an arcade style,
Yeah.
but it was always fun. But it didn't have like that realism to it. Like there was one I just played
Yeah.
recently. Can't remember
Steep,
the name of it.
steep.
Yeah, yeah. I thought that one was done really
I
well.
have it. It's very realistic because you could travel
Yeah,
the whole mountain.
yep. And then you can do all the stuff with the wingsuit and all that kind of stuff. Like that's awesome, man. That's just an extra bonus.
Yeah.
But like I said, as far as like snowboarding, I like the arcade feel. SSX3, that was my game. Like I love that game. That was just so fun. And then sometimes when you try to get, you know, the physics of a simulator, it's kind of hard. But once you get it, like steep, it's so fun. Just I don't know. Yeah, I know what you're saying though.
My favorite from back in the day, I had to look it up because I completely forgot the name of it. Cool Borders.
That's what I was gonna say when I said SS or steep. I was thinking cool borders, but I'm like, no, that's not the game I'm thinking of. But yeah, that
Yeah,
was a good one too.
Cool Borders was my favorite snowboarding game forever for like because they came out like I was addicted to part one. Part two I didn't really play as much. I mean, it was there. I didn't play
Was
it
that
as much.
PlayStation 1 or was that a six N64?
I think I think Cool Borders 1 was on PS1 and then Cool Borders 2 came out on 2, but by the time that happened, I was already into other shit because uh didn't NBA Street come out on PlayStation 2?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure that
so
did.
like I was heavy in NBA Street. I love that shit. Um I was heavy in that. Also Def Jam Fight for New York,
Oh, okay.
Crazy
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Def Jam Vendetta, those games.
I only played the first one, I think.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa, what?
yeah, yeah. I only played the first
Do
one.
you know what the price is? I'm gonna look it up real quick. Do you know what the price is for because they never rebooted or remastered those games. So Def Jam Fight for New York, if you wanted to buy it right now, if you wanted to find a PS2 greatest hits copy of Def Jam Fight for New York, you're paying nothing less than $250.
Wow. Seriously?
Yes.
Oh. You own that game or no? You
I
don't own it?
had it. I had it. I traded in all my fucking shit. All my
Ah,
PS2 shit I traded in.
like back in the day or just like,
Back in the day I did.
oh yeah, yeah, okay.
Like when I wanted to upgrade.
Yeah,
So I traded shit in at like GameStop or whatever.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, looking at it right now, the PS2 greatest hits. Def Jam Fight for New York on Amazon right now. 266.
Brand new though or used? That doesn't sound like a used price.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see brand new. Let's see brand new Def Jam Fight for New York. Uh oh shit. There's someone selling a brand new copy, not open. Brand new unused copy. Def Jam Fight for New York. $3,000.
Give me the link. I'm trying to get that game.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow, man.
They're so rare to find. Same with Def Jam Vendetta is still up there because they never remastered those.
Yeah,
They didn't give it to the people. People want them to be remastered. You know what the cool
yeah.
thing? You know so Def Jam Vendetta was cool. They had some cool shit in there. It was super dope. I love going through it. But Def Jam Fight for New York has everyone in it. Everyone, like Little Kim's in the game. Uh,
Hmm.
Meth, Redman, Fat Joe, Mob Deep, everybody, everyone that you could possibly think of from the golden era of hip hop that was part of Def Jam is in the game. Everyone. That's what makes that amazing. Buster Rhymes is in the game. Snoop Dogg is the boss.
That's crazy.
Like it's insane. The game is insane. Danny Trejo is a fighter in the game
Why is he in there?
because he's just in there with his big ass fucking Mexican tattoo on the belly. He's just in it. He's just in it.
Uh,
You got to fight him. Sean Paul's in the game. Elephant Man. All these motherfuckers. Everybody's in that game.
wow.
That game is amazing. And
I'm gonna have to check out some game clips.
that game costs tons of money if you're trying to get it now. But yes, Fight for New York is amazing. Um, I love that game. I wish they would bring it back. Because Def Jam Icon on Xbox 360, hot garbage. That game was dookie flakes. I I know what they were trying to do, didn't work.
Yeah, I didn't play that one
And
either.
that ended the franchise and the era of that shit. And everyone wants people to bring it back. They're like, set it up, bring it back. We want it back. It's not happening. Plus, if you brought it back today, who the fuck's on Def Jam now? I don't want none of that. Well, I don't want like a game with Little Pump or something. I don't want none of those motherfuckers on the game. I
Hey,
want to.
you know who would be a good developer for that though? NetherRealm.
They would. They would be a good developer.
They would knock it out
They
of the
would make
park,
it look
man.
insane.
Yeah,
And
yeah, and have
and
playability.
and just think if NetherRealm made it and made it just violent. Like you could finish motherfuckers in the game. Like,
Oh
could
yeah.
you imagine, like with objects or some shit? Like, let's say you're in a fucking one of the fights, environmental kills. You're in one of the
Oh yeah.
fights, and you can knock them out if you want. You can knock them down, knock them out if you want, and then you go to the next one. But you also have the choice. Like, let's say you're in one of the venues, a bunch of cars surrounding you with the lights on, right? Crowds cheering, and then you get them right to that point, and what you can do is pop open the car hood, smash them in the head until the head just comes off.
Oh yeah.
That's something NetherRealm would do, and they would
Oh
make it
yeah.
look amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. And it would play good. It would sound good. Just all around. I think they would do an amazing job.
It
You
would be
know.
great.
But
It would be great. But
yeah.
like I said, that franchise is done. The other franchise that died out, and these games are super expensive too. Um, let me see how much it is. Let me look it up real quick. I think 2K10. Yeah, 2K10 was the last one. So NCAA basketball. Now they came back with football. I hope they come back with basketball. Please bring it back, please.
Oh yeah.
But the NCAA basketball game, the last one that came out, I believe, was 2K10. If you're trying to find even a pre-owned version, just so you can play and have that vibe of that that NCAA essence where all the teams all over the place, you have that vibe. $125. You ain't getting them. You're not getting those for cheap, and you will not find them at thrift stores, at any of that shit. You have to really grind to search for those. And if you grind and search for them and find them, you are paying over $100. You're not getting that shit for cheap. They're not giving it to you for cheap because the values of those games went way up because they don't remake those games. They don't put them on the Xbox stores. None of that shit is on anything where you can download or play it as a legacy game. Those are all gone. You have to either buy the physical copies to be able to get your hands on those games. Or if you had like I'm not familiar with it. I don't know if you ever have been like a refurbished system. Maybe you could maybe put it on.
Hmm.
You could maybe get it added on to a refurbished system. Maybe I don't know.
Probably. Yeah, I don't think never had a refurbished system. Used, I think, but most of my video game consoles I always just bought new at the time, So,
I mean,
but
physical.
I never owned PS2. So, like I think
Oh
it was when, yeah, that was when the Xbox, the original Xbox was out. So I was on that. But like I said, I love PlayStation 1, but I never jumped on 2 or
well,
3. I
it was
did like 3, but
it was on Xbox too. That was one of those. The Def Jam games were one of the games that crossed onto both of those.
yeah, then
That
that's
that
what I
it
must have played it on, was Xbox.
it was before the gigantic competitiveness between the two. Because now I feel like PlayStation
Yeah.
gets all these games, and I'm like, bro, why can't y'all just get along? Put out all the games for all the systems so everybody can play the shit.
Yeah,
Like,
see now you see Xbox is on PlayStation now. I
yeah,
just still think that's kind of a weird move having Forza and all that stuff. I mean, that's awesome though that PlayStation players get to experience that, but that still was kind of something that I always thought was, mainly for the Xbox ecosystem, PC too, but like it's going to
yeah,
be weird if Halo goes over to PlayStation, but like I said, it's more players, more people to play it. That's awesome. But
yeah. So now, but when is PlayStation gonna give back? Is what I'm saying. There's so many games that are just on PlayStation. There's actually a crazy fucking game that I saw a streamer play. I can't even think of the name, but there's uh hold on, recent.
I
Uh,
do know that a lot more of that though has to do with the popularity of the PlayStation in Japan. They got so much more, support from the Japanese compared to Xbox, and I think that's where they can get a lot of those crazy titles that you just won't see on Xbox because they're not doing that.
yeah, but like, why though? Why don't you just give it to both? Give it to both. Give it to both so we
Yeah,
can all play the shit. Like, is it the Oh, is it on both? Is it on both consoles now? Wait a
which one?
second. Did this come out on both consoles now? Um, no, that's not. There's another one. It's not Wo Long. There's something else. There's another game that came out that's only on. It's only on PlayStation and it looks so fire. But it's like the vibe of the Wo Long game. Have you played
That's
Wo
not the
Long?
Black Myth, not the Black Myth Wukong, is it?
Ah, see, I don't know if that is.
But there is a new one. I can't remember if it's Blade Zero or there's someone that it's coming out soon, but I don't think that's what you're talking about. But Black Myth Wukong is the one with like the ape. He has like the monkey face, and it's supposed to be the tale of the journey to the west or whatever. That was supposed to be on Xbox too, but it got delayed on Xbox, but it's on PC.
Did it just come out? Did that just come out?
No, it came out a couple months ago.
Oh, but it's recent. But it's a recent game.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the one I'm thinking about. I saw a
Or-
streamer playing a real cold game, but it was strict. He when he was talking about it, he had said the name, and I can't think of the name of it, but he said it's only on PlayStation.
hmm. Yeah, I don't think that's that Wukong game because, like I said, that's coming out on Xbox. Who knows when, but it's supposed to come out.
Hmm.
But yeah, I see what you're saying. Like Ghost of Tsushima, that one looks really good too. I've always wanted to play that, but that's
Maybe
a
that's
Sony
the.
game.
When did that come out? When did that come out?
Uh, well, Ghost of Tsushima, I think, came out last summer, I think. But there's a new one, Ghost of Yate or something like
That's
that.
it. That's it.
Yeah,
That's the one
yeah.
he was
Okay,
playing.
that's. Oh, it's out already.
I think
I
so.
wasn't. Hey, I wasn't sure if that one was out. I thought that looked pretty dope too.
What is it called?
Ghost of Yote, I think. I could
Uh,
be saying it wrong.
Ghost of Yote.
Maybe it's not Ghost. I don't. I
Um,
just saw a trailer for it. Like
oh,
I said, I
so
didn't
so
even.
so that so it's not out yet. So maybe he was playing. Maybe he was playing Ghost of Toshima. Maybe he was playing that, and because he never beat it. It's the same streamer that got me re-inspired to play Red Dead
Red
2
Dead.
again.
Okay.
So he went through and he replayed that and he streamed it, the whole thing, the whole story.
Oh, okay.
And then he started playing something else, and maybe it was that. Maybe it was the Ghost of Tsushima game. But that shit
Yeah, like
looked
the
insane. It looked
yeah,
insane.
yeah. Horizon looks dope too. I mean, I have played that one on the PlayStation, and that's always been a fun game. You know, that would be a cool game to see on the Xbox as well. But that's another one that's I think a Sony exclusive. So
Let's see why. There's so many Sony exclusives. Like, I get it, but can't we all just get along? Like, we all just like video games. There's
yeah,
I,
oh yeah,
I'm not competing. I used to own PlayStations up to PS3. I just didn't move forward. And I went the Xbox direction instead. I can't fund two systems. It's too much going on.
oh yeah, yeah. That's part of the reason why I didn't get a PS5 at the same time I got an Xbox Series X. I'm like, I mean, I'm just gonna be buying way too many games if I do that. So
But
but
but the crazy part about it is let's talk about real quick about the death of physical games, because you don't need physical games anymore ever. You don't ever need to buy a physical game because everything's on the cloud now. But um what if something like this happens? So I was having a conversation with my girl about what would happen, because she saw I had all these. I own all these movies on the cloud, on the Xbox, on my Xbox store. I own all these movies,
oh okay.
and I own, I own a bunch of games all on the cloud. I couldn't even tell you the last time I bought a physical game. It's been a very long time, but they're all on the cloud. She's like, okay, so what if the grid goes down? I said, what are you talking about? She's like, what if the internet just dies and goes down? I was like, well, I won't be able to watch any of this shit.
Yeah,
It'll all.
they used to let you download those. They stopped doing that for some reason. But like the the movie store on the Xbox, you used to be
Yeah.
able to either just stream it or you could download it. And the files weren't too crazy. But yeah, if you're locked out though, if you don't have internet access, it needs to be able to have that key to say, okay, yeah, you can go ahead and watch your content. You can go ahead and play your games. Unless, there are some games that you can play offline, even if you have your system set to your home Xbox. I mean, technically it was supposed to be when you put it to home Xbox, at least with the Xbox One, you could still play a good majority of your games offline because people were upset that, they were like, well, we're going to, when it first came out, they're like, we're going to do a only always on connection. So if you go
Yeah.
offline, you know, and then people are like, huh? And they're like, yeah, you got to keep this system online and it's going to come with a camera and you got to use a camera. And people are like, huh? Like they just kept shoving all this weird stuff, and then they had to walk back. They kept the camera, the Connect. I was a
Mm.
fan of Connect.
I
I thought
like
it was cool.
Connect. I had
Yeah,
it.
I thought it was.
I
Yeah, I
loved
thought
it.
it was dope. Yeah, I thought it was so dope. Like that was definitely a good step in a direction that they just kind of walked away from. But and the always on internet thing, so they scrapped that, and then they had to prove, because a lot of people were still having issues in the beginning. I remember they're like, well, I'm offline, but or I'm offline, I still can't play. So then they had to kind of rework it so that they
Mm.
made sure, but they made the Xbox One for all that stuff in place so that it only worked online. That was it, but
So then,
yeah.
so if the grid goes down, we're all fucked. We can't play none of our shit.
Oh, hold on. That's why I keep this. You can always play this.
He's got the legendary.
Oh, yeah.
How many games you got? How many games you got?
I only got like 3 or 4 games. I was thinking about collecting some more.
when did you get that?
Then I got that one in 1988.
Oh, so that's the original,
Yeah, that's the one I had. Yeah,
and it
my
still
brothers. That's
works.
one. Oh yeah, I think it'll fire right up, no problem. Blow in the cartridge, start right up. I do
Yeah,
have a
man.
Sega Genesis too, and what else do I have? The Sega Dreamcast. That one you don't have to be online because I never had online. So, and that one I got like 40, I think like 40 games all on burn disc. And they all play because I got the Japanese model. So the Japanese model lets you play whatever on it. So that was pretty
Oh
cool.
shit.
I got it, yeah, a year before it came out in America. I was already playing Dreamcast.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, I've ne-
But now it's
I mean, like I said, I've never owned a Genesis system. I've played games on it. I mean, Sonic was there. I played Sonic. I used to love Alter Beasts.
yeah.
Um, like those are classic games that just stand out to me as far as Genesis games. Afterburner was on Genesis. I think after I
Yep,
think I
yep,
think Afterburner was a Genesis game.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I used to play some of those when I would go over to friends' houses, but I never actually physically owned it. I did have a Nintendo. I had an Atari, back in the day, the Nintendo system, and then when Super Nintendo came out, I had that. I had N64, GoldenEye was shit.
Oh yeah. I still didn't have 64 when it came out though. I was still on PlayStation, but I had a lot of friends, family that they swore by the N64 and, really liked it. And,
Oh
I
yeah,
definitely was impressed by a lot of the games for sure. But like I said, I think it was more of the variety of the PlayStation that kind of attracted me to it. But
yeah. And then my brother had Xbox, and I had the PlayStation shit. So like I had a PS1, PS2, PS3. My brother had Xbox, and then but then I ended up also getting an Xbox 360 when he got an Xbox 360 because we ended up playing a lot of um, Halo Online, and then we played Gears together when Gears of War came out, and
that game
then
blew my mind. I mean, I'll never forget the first time I saw the Gears of War trailer and I was watching the game, and the whole cinematic trailer that I watched was gameplay. Like I've never seen gameplay. Like when he first takes cover and then when he's getting shot at and he'll tilt his head and then his gun jams up and he's like, "Oh man." I thought
yeah,
that was a cut. I thought that was all cut scene.
yeah,
I had no idea that's what happened in real time. I was
yeah,
blown away.
the chainsaw kills insane.
Yeah. Yeah. That was, yeah.
We used to play that online religiously. My brother was a monster. My brother was in crazy tournaments, murdering people. He was great at it. He was very good at that game. Like online, very, very good. Also, very good Call of Duty player. He
Oh,
just
okay.
has the skills for shit like that. Like he's always been good at that. He's also a very good Fortnite player with the builds. I can't fuck with like if I'm playing Fortnite, I'm turning builds off. We ain't playing builds. I can't do all that extra shit trying to build giant castles and fortresses and you blow up one thing and I build another ramp or something. No, I ain't doing none of that. But he can do that shit. And before they gave you the option to play no builds, We had to play with that. And I remember when Fortnite first came out and me and him would play on there, he learned how to do that shit. And if I was playing with him, I'd be like, oh, we're gonna do good because he knows how to do all this shit. So I'm just gonna chill in the back, and he's gonna do all this shit and take out whole teams with his build sets. But if he got killed, if he met a team that was dope and he got killed, I got no chance. I gotta run away. I gotta try to run away because I'm not very good. Not very good. But no builds. I'm not bad. I'm not bad in the no build game. I haven't really touched Fortnite in a very long time. I think I played a round or a couple rounds with my daughters recently because they got TVs in their rooms now and Xboxes in their room, so we can all play it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So we
Oh,
can.
okay. Yeah, I've never played Fortnite. Obviously, I've seen it, but I've never actually like played it. But you
It's
know,
it's
I enjoy
cool.
those kind of games.
It's cool, but you know what's bad about it for me? I'm a collector, bro.
Yeah,
So they put out so many
yeah.
skins that are dope that
I'm
I
always seeing
just
a new skin every day for
that
that
I
game still.
just want. I'm like, oh, do I get this skin? And it's a cash grab. Like you ain't grinding in the game that hard to where you're gonna get enough V-Bucks to buy every skin you want. You have to pay. It's a cash grab phenomenon.
I
Like
just saw Sub Zero. Was that a
Sub
Mortal
Zero
Kombat
and
crossover?
Scorpion.
Really?
Sub Zero and Scorpion are in Fortnite now.
Hmm. Okay.
The skins.
Yeah, but they still have guns or
It's still
whatever. Or
guns. It's just the
they don't have.
skins.
It's not like an ice gun and a
No, no,
flamethrower
no,
or
no.
nothing.
Just regular
Oh,
guns in the
really?
game. It's there's nothing special. There's never been nothing special. But I mean,
Oh,
that's the crazy thing. Like I have a whole Marvel crew. I got Deadpool skin. I got Cable. I got Domino. I have the gold and black Spider-Man outfit. I got mad shit in the game. Like you could have at one point in time you could have bought Thanos. Now they're coming out with music guests. Snoop's in the game. Eminem's in
oh,
the
okay.
game. I don't know if Biggie was in the game, but they had Biggie's "Sky Is the Limit," the song. Like you buy the records.
Oh, okay.
There's so many things you can do in it, but it's a cash grab. Microtransactions. And that's the direction that so many games are going now.
Yep.
You
All
you
right.
hear about all the time how WB is going through bankruptcy and they just cancel all these games before they even give them a chance to marinate or build because all they're doing to their consumers is microtransactioning them. So
Yeah.
that's the things I agree with the communities where they're talking like you know talking down on the games. I agree with them in that sense. The microtransactions are out of control. But the thing
Yeah.
is, if you love something and if you're a collector, you do that shit anyway. It's not good. It's
Yeah. I
not
know. Right.
good. It's not good for someone like me because I own every single exclusive skin in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
You can't get enough dragon crystals to buy all that shit. You have to spend money.
Oh, really? Like if you grind and you get dragon
No
crystals, you got.
possible way you could buy every skin that they've put out. There's no possible way. There's so many. This season that came out with Conan, 3 exclusive skins, 500 V-Bucks a piece. That's $10. That's
Wow.
$10.
Why did the
It would
price
take
get? Why is it so high?
it
Like
would
at
take you
five,
would
I could.
you would have to build you have to go through the mastery of almost your entire roster just to get enough to get those 3 skins. You have to go through the mastery of your whole roster. You see how long it takes to master out a character. Do you have any
Yeah.
characters mastered out?
No.
Yeah,
No.
I
That's what
I
I'm
have,
saying.
and I literally only have smoke, and I think I'm one away
Scorpion.
from Scorpion. I think I'm one away from Scorpion. I have two people that are mastered out. It takes forever to do it. Like you have to super grind, and I've grinded. I've played the fuck out of Mortal Kombat, but I'm still nowhere near mastering out every character. There's so many. I literally I build their mastery up to where I can unlock the second fatality. I stop. I've done it for almost everyone. The only one there's maybe there's like three I don't. Maybe two. There's two or three I don't. Definitely Garrus. I do not have his second fatality. I haven't even seen it. And Kenshi, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I like Kenshi. I don't know why I don't play with Kenshi, but I never built him up enough levels to get his uh second fatality. I think that's
Yeah,
it.
I haven't seen a lot of the first fatalities still. Still quite a few I haven't seen, you know.
Yeah, you're not on. I mean, you're a gamer. I'm a I'm not. You tell me about games I have no idea even existed. I don't even know they're there. I just play games when I don't have music shit going on. So for me, I mean, I've dabbled back into it more uh with downtime, but now it's kind of tour season for me. So it's been a little bit less gaming, but I mean, the WWE game came out. I've been fucking with that, and now T1000 is about to drop. I'm gonna jump back into Mortal Kombat and play that shit. But yeah, for the majority, I don't get as involved in games. Plus, I can't the role playing games. I love them. I love those games. You got to be invested. You
Yeah.
got to be heavily invested to play those. And I can't get that invested in the games anymore like that. Like I'll play sports games easy. You just pick your favorite team, play against somebody else, or you play a season. It's easy shit. You don't have to invest as much in it to have the things in those games. There's not as many unlockables or things you have to find to move forward and excel into the next chapter of the game. There's none of
Yeah.
that. There's none of that stuff. So, as much as I like those games, I'm not at that point. I'm not at a point in life of what I'm doing to be able to do that because I do. I'm surprised you are, to be honest, because you do so much with the AI art and stuff like that. I'm surprised that you find time to dabble and play these games
Yeah, I just
because
don't. I can't sit there for hours and hours on end though. That's I'll play for like 20 minutes, a half hour here and there, maybe an
and
hour
it
at the
builds
most at a
up
time.
and it builds up and you beat it because you
Yeah, yeah,
because you beat the Ninja Gaiden game and you said it only took you 8 hours of time,
yeah.
but I'm like,
And I never turned it off. I
hmm,
left that game on the whole time. I just quick resume, quick resume, quick resume,
hmm,
and boom, 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 boom. So I'm in the game so fast, out, in, out, in, out. Like I have like 10 games on my quick resume right now, and I'm back and forth between all of them, and I don't have to wait for
yeah.
any load screens. It's just like instant. So that definitely helps. Definitely helps cut some of that time down, having to wait.
Oh yeah, for sure,
Be-
for sure, for sure.
Yeah, because next week I'm jumping into the Shadows, the Assassin's Creed Shadows, and it comes out
Oh yeah,
Thursday. So
you love the Assassin's Creed games.
yeah, yeah.
And see, I've literally played the first Assassin's Creed. I thought it was super dope, and I played like the first chapter. That was it.
Oh yeah, there was like 10 more games after that.
I
And
didn't play no more.
I beat all of them. I have
See,
every single one on my
and I'm
console.
like, bro, how long does that fucking take? Because those are you
Yeah.
got to grind to play to beat
Yeah.
those.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm still like trying to finish the last one, but the last one that they made, Mirage or whatever, is a little shorter. And I'm almost at the end of it, but I want to finish it before I jump into the next one.
Are
But
those all
I don't,
free? Those are all free roam maps.
yeah, yeah, all of them.
Hmm.
And then the next one is the one with the samurai and the ninja. So definitely a different dynamic. But a lot of the Assassin's Creed fans, like the true fans, have been asking for that since the old ones. That's why I've just been ignoring all the reviews and because there's so much hate on this new one right now.
Hmm.
It's ridiculous. And everybody's like, "Oh, Ubisoft's gonna flop, and this game's gonna suck," and all. Everybody's just hating on it, but they know once it comes out, it's gonna be so cool. Like they're just gonna wish they didn't say all that stuff, you know, because the reviews are going to be in. And I think they're definitely going to be positive because a lot of the OG fans have been waiting for this. So,
That's dope,
you
man.
know,
Well, this has been dope, man. We had a
oh yeah,
we had great conversations about a lot of different things. We went in a lot of different directions. Obviously, people out there in the world, make sure if you're a Mortal Kombat fan, you dive back in about 7-8 days. Get your hands on T1000. The trailer dropped today with the cameo Madam Bo. She's gonna be coming to as a free update if you own the Chaos Reigns Strawberry expansion pack. So you'll be able to get your hands on that. And like I said, 7 or 8 days, it's coming. Also, uh, Tony Hawk 3 and 4, the remaster that's coming very soon. WWE 2k25 is out there right now. And as you just heard, Roman is going to be looking for that Assassin's Creed. That's going to be that drops next week, you said?
yeah, next Thursday.
And that game is coming at y'all in full effect. So make sure if you're a fan of that to get your hands on that. We went a whole lot of different
Oh yeah.
directions. We talked about a lot of things tonight. It's been very dope. This has been episode 3 of Crack the Code. Yeah, man. I'm enjoying this. We're going to keep it going. I'm your host, Tayamu Denku. That's my homie Roman. Crack the Code podcast. We'll catch you next time. Peace.